Republican Party. Oh,
Switch
she's
to
a
Lambo.
traitor,
Thank
she's
you,
a
everybody.
racist, she's a wannabe Hawaiian. I mean, the woman's a woman of color. They're dropping napalm on her. James Goldman talked about the LA City Council President Martinez resigning as the City Council President because in a phone call that was relayed publicly by the LA Times, she was telling all her fellow liberal, progressive Latinas and Latinos, oh, you see that gay couple my colleague there, they adopted a black child or a dark-skinned Hispanic child. Oh, they call them the worst things, and they're all in agreement. And he's a liberal Democrat. You don't find conservative Republicans in the city of Los Angeles. That's an oxymoron. So the news is filled with that. And I'm sure that James Golan will go into it again today from 4 to 5. But I want to focus on righting the wrong. We got to do everything we can to memorialize and commemorate Bernard McCurdy and undo and rip off that scarlet letter that was attached to him that he's a racist. Absolutely no way. I know what it's like being a white guy running against Eric Adams, who right out of the box said Sliwa is a racist. You got to sort of let it like mud. If they throw it at your face and then it cakes off. You can't smear it. You just have to let it cake off. Bernie may have been many things. The one thing we know he was not was a racist. I am committing whatever time I can to rewriting that record that is out there so unfair, so scurrilous. As I just ran away from that scarlet letter, and he let Bernie carry the weight. And remember, when it came time for Bernard McCurdy to have his own show in 2016 with Sid Rosenberg, who was saying no, Imus. And we stood against Imus and the corporate elite at Cumulus. And we said, you've got to sign. Bernie, he earned it with Sid, who was down in Florida. And the person who did the right thing was Chad Lopez. He took the heat. He could have taken a bullet for that. Cumulus was in a rage that as general manager, he would defy them and do the right thing. And he needs to be praised effusively. Meantime, oh my God.
Speed camera reported ahead.
I mean, I was listening to WABC this morning. Obviously, Sid Rosenberg was away at the funeral mass in Island Park for his friend and colleague. Cindy Adams was on towards the end of the show in the 9:30 hour, hosting John Catsimatidis' Lydia Serrano. She released verbal napalm on Eric Adams, the swagger man with no plan.
Oh, he's dumb, he's stupid, he only wants to be on television. You are so smart, John. If you're sitting here with this dumbass mayor, why can't you tell him something? Why can't you explain to him how to get something? It's not just because the Albany overrules New York City. He doesn't know how to make deals.
Now, that was the beginning. They can't calm it down. There's no calming Cindy Adams down. Just read today in the New York Post. Her whole column is just written napalm on Eric Adams, the swagger man with no plan, and she was so right. And then she said, if she could, she would give a golden shower to Eric Adams.
Cindy Adams, finally.
Cindy, I understand you got some hot stories from New Yorkers.
Well, what I have is I'm peeing on the mayor. That's what I choose to do. I want to pee on the mayor.
Wow, a golden shower.
Absolutely. Look, you know I'm his number one enemy and adversary. He bamboozled everybody out there. I'm going to leave Sid alone, because he's sitting shiver for his colleague, his friend. Before the parade yesterday that Eric Adams decided to finally show up at, he didn't the year before. Oh, no, they gave him a pass. But he showed up yesterday. It was a picture taken with Sid Rosenberg. There's him and Sid Rosenberg. And you got to see it. And Eric Adams is thumbs up next to Sid, which is like, I got this cracker. I hope Sid invites me Thursday morning, because I'm going to ask him to explain that. How the hell could he be in a picture where the mayor is going thumbs up like he's very dear friends when we know he's not? And then he said, oh, Bernard, said my favorite morning show. Hey, what a liar. It was always Charlemagne the guy. Dad, the man shows up at the wake last night. He goes up to Bernie's father, who's about 96. You know, they explain the mayor of the New York Times.
Starbucks.
Respect to your son. What are you here, to come get votes? I mean, everybody
COVID test.
Everybody understood. Eric Adams is in trouble. So now he's going to turn to the people he hates, he loathes, he despises, crackers. Well, guess what? Cindy Adams wasn't going for it, and neither was Bernard McGurk's daddy.
77 WABC remembers our colleague, our friend, radio legend, Bernard McGurk.
President Trump, welcome to the brand new Bernie and Sid in the Morning Show on WABC.
Bernard has been a friend of mine for so long, and Sid, you too, but I've known Bernard for, we don't want to say how long, right, Bernard?
No, it's been a while.
Please join us all day tomorrow for a special tribute from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., honoring the life of our colleague, our friend, Bernard McGurk.
Jamie's Log, Progressive, the Harrington's backyard, day 4, 2:18 a.m. I've been camping outside the Harrington house for 4 days now, proving that Progressive has 24/7 protection. Mr. Harrington says I don't need to do this, since Progressive protects 24/7. It's a pretty easy concept to grasp, but I'm going to stay and prove my point. Besides, there's a big tree branch over the roof.
Progressive doesn't just offer a great price when you bundle home and auto. We offer round-the-clock protection, just not literally from Jamie. Coverage from Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates and third-party insurers, and subject to policy terms. Under discount not available in all states or situations.
Entertaining and informative.
For a city like New York, we've got a lot going for us. This is very manageable. This is a manageable situation. I give credit to DeSantis and Abbott for doing it, by the way.
He did it a long time.
If he was a professional, he could handle this thing. Instead, he's not. He wants to get on TV, and he's running around like a lunatic.
Message from Samantha. Be right there.
Laughing at all of us. I don't know whether I should deep six from it.
No.
Sending shit up for the passing of Bernard McGurk. Should I ease up? This picture that I see that's going everywhere is Bernard McGurk with Mayor Eric Adams at the start of the Columbus State Parade. Eric Adams has a big dumb grin on his face, staring in the camera, thumbs up like I got this cracker back. Man, that better not be the case. That better not be the case, because when he decided, okay, this year I'm going to march to the Columbus State Parade, because the year before, he dissed everybody and got a pass. Oh my God. All along the way, people were screaming in back that jacket.
Right.
Yeah, East 17.
Yeah. Here, you can make a right.
Make a right and left.
Yeah. Don't yelling at mommy. Okay. You can make another right here.
Yeah, okay.
And then a left.
Yeah, sure. Summertime, they have the water sprinkler.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you know this area?
And drive, I see.
You live around here? Or you
Not
just...
too far. I have a kid. My kid is 4, so we go different
so
playground.
cute. So nice. Yeah.
When you're a parent, you know, different.
Yeah,
So I go
yeah.
there.
It's good to go to different ones. Also, a lot of them don't have swings.
Yeah, I
A
know.
lot of the playgrounds, they don't have swings. I don't know why.
You know why? Sometimes heavy person use the swing and they fall or break down. A lot of
Yeah, but they
a
go
lot of
on the
those-
slide too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, but
Swing, at least you're strapped in, you know?
yeah, people swing the seat. They should.
Like
Yeah.
to go on the swings, we have to walk like 10 blocks.
What I
Right.
noticed used to be a lot of metal slides, so in the summer so hot the kids
Yeah.
burn their skin, so they change it to plastic slide.
Yeah.
Plastic
So
slides.
the one by the water.
Much better.
What happened? Here, Tracy. The one.
So I go right on 65 with you.
Yeah, that's good. So the one by the waterfall that you just said, that you take your daughter to. What happened? I know we're almost there, and you're gonna take a nap when we get there.
How old is?
He's 1.5.
Sing him. The wheel and the bus
Yeah.
go round and round. Round and round. Show him some nursery rhyme
You
YouTube.
like that?
Nursery rhyme
It's
YouTube.
his nap
Favorite.
time. So that's it's your nap.
With my daughter, she left here something. Look at this.
Oh my gosh! It's like Disney. Did you get it? Where do you get that? It's
Amazon.
Oh,
It has
Amazon.
wings, but we took the
so
wings out.
cool.
You touch it.
Thank you. Let's play with it.
Sometimes you can push. Look at him. He's so excited. Wow, bubbles. Color bubbles. Whee! Even has music.
How do you stop it?
Just push again.
Oh,
Push
sorry.
again. Push.
No, you can't.
You can let him hold that. They like the horns.
Hi, Bubbles.
Let him hold.
So you want to hold it?
It's like having the
Where are you
crown.
from?
He's Holy
an
Land.
accent.
Israel, Holy Land.
Really? I'm Jewish. Well, are you
Hag
Jewish?
Sukkot.
Huh?
Happy
Yeah.
Sukkot. Now is
Yeah.
a Jewish holiday, Sukkot. You see the
Yeah.
Lincoln Synagogue, the big small Sukkot there.
Yeah,
The
it's so
Lincoln
nice.
Synagogue. Yeah, we have also, she's Filipino, the wife Filipino.
So cute. She's so pretty.
No, but now she's like a four, so she's much
Oh, this
this
is-
old picture. I should have. See,
Yeah.
this how she look older.
Time flies. So cute. That's a great age for. They understand you.
She gave me a toy. It's a cat somewhere here. She said, anytime you need something, you say, in the power of the cat, you're going to get your wish.
That's so cute.
Sometimes you use it, it's work, you know.
Yeah.
You get a
So
toy.
nice.
Power of the cat. So what do you call him?
His name's Ruben.
Ruben.
Or
Oh,
Uven.
Ruben. Oh, nice. Very Jewish name. One of
Yeah.
the 12 Shvatim.
It's my
But
dad's
they
name.
call him Ruby, I guess.
Yeah, Ruby. It's my dad's name.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
So we named after my dad.
Oh, I see.
And then I have another son we named after my father.
Oh, wow. Yeah, kids
But
is
he's 2
gift.
weeks old.
Kids is gift from God.
Yeah, my other son's 2 weeks old.
2 weeks?
Yeah.
Just 2 weeks? Oh. So baby. You just give it, well, 2 weeks.
Yeah, I just gave birth.
And you're already out and about?
I don't have a choice.
Oh, my.
But this time was easier for sure than the first time.
Out and about. Which hospital? She had him in the Lenox Hospital.
Oh, Lennox, I did Cornell.
And then they good too.
Lennox is good too. My sister-in-law goes to Lennox. Be careful, don't break anything.
See, behind you in the bag is a small pumpkin.
Oh yeah.
So you can let him hold it, the Halloween.
Wanna hold the pumpkin?
Look, pumpkin. It's like in the playground now. Do I try to eat? Tell him no eating. Why he tried to bite it? And it's a plastic one. Are you gonna dress him for Halloween? You're gonna have costume for Halloween? Halloween costume.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
I said he's gonna have Halloween costume. Halloween.
Oh, Halloween. Yeah, I didn't get it yet, but I have to get it. What about your daughter?
She wanna be Elsa.
Oh, Elsa.
Yeah, Elsa
Is she gonna
Frozen.
wear the wig?
Yeah, everything. She got everything costume, shoes, this, that.
Yeah, it's so cute.
Yeah,
Oh,
what is Elsa from the movie Frozen?
Frozen.
Yeah,
I love Elsa. Does she watch Coco Melon?
yeah. Now she already watch Peppa Pig or Comelon,
yeah.
Paw Patrol. She know how to open the iPad.
Yeah, it's crazy.
She know how to call me FaceTime.
Oh my god. It's
She even teaching me new feature I didn't know. They quick
It's
learn.
insane how these kids, they know how to use the iPad.
I bought the iPad for me and I was planning to give her my old one. She took over to load game stuff.
Oh
and
my
I can't touch it.
It's so funny.
It cost me
Yeah, like
$1,000.
my little cousin has a phone, like an old phone,
Yeah.
and she walks around with it, and she knows how to, like, it's crazy.
I got it with a pen. It's a special electric pencil.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah. She was using it before, but now.
No. You're gonna be there soon. Right, we're gonna be there soon.
I notice kids don't like if you stop. If you in a movement,
Oh, really?
they're
Oh, yeah,
okay. But
that's-
if you stop, they will make
That's
noise.
so funny. They like moving.
Yeah, moving. Be on a
Yeah.
on a roll. Yeah. If you stop, they what's up? No, we live in Chelsea, but
Oh, Chelsea.
yeah. In Chelsea we have a lot of so many playgrounds. We go a lot to Green Chelsea. It's really nice near where we live. Because the kids in school on 28 and 10.
Yeah.
Who do the interview for a babysitter? You doing the interview?
For the babysitter?
Yeah, yeah.
Lately I've been having problems with the babysitter.
Why? You have hard time to pick up the babysitter?
Yeah, like one of them, she basically, first I had one for a year and he loved her. Then what happened?
You want the attention. You're talking to me. You want the attention.
You want me to talk?
Yeah.
That's not nice. So she was with me for a year. He loved her because I work.
Yeah.
So I need someone, I
Yeah.
can't do both.
Yeah.
So she was, then when I had the new
Why
baby.
she left the first one?
So basically when I had the new baby,
Yeah.
I got a baby nurse
Yeah.
to help me. And then the baby nurse left and they became like best friends,
Oh, yeah.
when they were
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Then she left me right after.
Oh, really? Why?
And it was not nice. Like she was crying when she left, but
Did
like,
she say why?
so basically what happened was, what happened? You want water? Here, take some water.
You gave him agua.
Here, take some water. So she at my son's bris, I brought her there to watch Ruben, and she was eating for like a half an hour, which is fine. And then I said to her, I'm like, oh, are you done? And she's like, no, I didn't eat a lot. I'm like, but you were there for a half an hour. What were you doing? And I'm like, I'm watching him. He's getting my mom dirty with chocolate and. Basically the whole bris were running after him because he's running all over the place.
Yeah.
But I brought her to do that. You know what I mean?
Especially, yeah.
Like it was my thing. I was
Yeah.
supposed to host people, and
Wow.
that was number one. Number two, I got home from work a little later one day,
Yeah.
and I walk in and Ruben's naked in the
Wow.
kitchen, and the kitchen was cold.
Really?
And I said, why? One, he's gonna pee everywhere. Two, why he's gonna get sick.
She's like, don't care about
Yeah, she totally checked out.
Yeah.
So finally, everything was built up. And then she would let him walk around the house. You want to put your shoe on?
something like that.
Yeah.
You can let him watch him. I have extra.
Oh, thank you.
Just keep it. Yeah,
So then she would let him walk around the house, and he licks shoes, the bottom of the shoes.
Wow.
He eats off the floor.
Shush.
He has to be watched.
Yeah,
He's only a year and a half.
Yeah.
And she would leave him for half an hour. One time I found him with something in his mouth. He could have choked.
Oh.
So I said, and honestly, she doesn't have so much work to do. You
I
know what
wonder
I mean?
if she got another offer from another place, so she
I
started to
don't
be
think
lazy.
so.
So why she will act like that?
Yeah, I don't.
I think
she just,
something to do with the other lady. Maybe she offered
Yeah,
her
it could be.
some connection.
Yeah,
because
maybe.
that
But
girl-
she's not good. She's not. I was very nice to her, but she's very no one else is gonna really hire her.
Yeah.
Hey, Ruben, you gotta stop.
I wonder if that is too tight on him. Or it's okay.
No,
The
it's
strap
good.
is not too tight.
He's just tired because his nap time was at 12 o'clock, and he didn't get to sleep yet.
Oh, so.
But he'll sleep in the stroller.
Yeah.
So anyway, then finally it built up, and I
Yeah.
said everything to her, and I said, it's not fair that you're doing this to me now. I just had a baby. I'm not feeling well.
Yeah. Critic time.
I brought you to the bris, to watch him. You didn't even care. So then she was crying, and she's like, oh, it looks like you're upset at me. I'm gonna leave.
Yeah. And she was Filipino.
But I'm like, you don't even want to talk about it.
What, she was
No, she
Filipino?
was from Ecuador.
Or Spanish. The Philippine women,
They're very good, but they're so expensive.
They are patient and nice.
Yeah, but they charge a lot.
My
wait.
wife used to do babysitter, but now she works in a school, kids school, but
Oh,
she
yeah.
was fine. Like a market charge. I mean, what is that, 15 an hour, 20 an hour?
So
What is the market?
I let them live by me, so I pay them per week.
Yeah.
So then I had another one I got from an agency, and my son woke up at 9 p.m. and he was crying.
Yeah.
So she went to his room to like rub his back, you know, for like a few minutes.
Yeah.
Then she ended up leaving me after like 2 days. She's like, oh, like I think she was never a babysitter before.
She didn't have experience.
Yeah. Kids, like she
Yeah.
doesn't know.
Yeah.
So she couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
But then she texts me, oh, I worked overtime because your son was crying. So I went to, so she charged me for that.
Yeah. Oh, wow. She live in?
Yeah, she was living in, like she was there for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like the baby nurse also went to check on him. She didn't
Yeah.
charge me, like.
Yeah, you need to be lucky with this stuff. But you know
Yeah.
what? Not only interview, but check the background.
Yeah.
And watch out those Indian boo-boo lady, they're crazy. Don't get Indian boo-boo lady. They have all kind of crazy witch thoughts.
Oh, Indian?
Indian lady.
Really?
I read a lot of stories they
Oh my
doing
God.
bad thing to kids.
No way.
Try to stick to the Jamaican woman or
Yeah.
Philippine woman. And definitely don't get hot Russian young lady. There always problem with the husband.
Oh, yeah.
Stay away from the hot
Don't worry about that.
Ukrainian or Russian lady.
Listen,
Always
Ukraine-
stick to the big Jamaican older lady.
Listen, my grandpa survived the Holocaust. I don't like Europeans. I heard stories. One of them, she was working for a Jewish family for many, many years. A European, like
Yeah.
probably Ukrainian or
Yeah.
Russian. And she stayed with them for many years. And then finally she was retiring. And right before she left, they were all crying, goodbye, bye. They were so upset. And she said, I've been mixing your dairy and meat this whole time.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
my. Shush.
So the whole time she was anti-Semitic,
Yeah,
you know, they didn't even know,
what they're doing.
and she was doing that.
Yeah. Well, could be worse. They ran away with the husband.
Yeah, or that. But then the husband's stupid.
No, happened actually. There's a family with kids in London. They adopt Ukrainian poor lady. She was 19, 20, and then the next day the husband ran away with her,
No
ran
way.
off with her. Yeah, he said he
Just
couldn't-
now?
Yeah, recently you read it was on the news. So the mom said, "I make big mistake to
Yeah,
to get this refugee."
that's crazy.
It's happened even with celebrity.
Yeah,
They hire a young.
that's crazy.
So you know, better safe than sorry.
Like I just don't like when people are like complaining and this and that. You know, I'm very like nice to everyone
Yeah.
and relaxed. I don't need like the drama. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
That's why
Yeah,
I kind of
enough.
like when they don't speak English
yeah,
because they're like less drama.
yeah. Tell them keep the drama for your mama.
Yeah, exactly. I have enough with him, my son. You know, it's like I don't need adding.
Who know job stress.
Yeah, and I
living
do.
stress.
My job is very hard.
It's a stress.
I do real estate.
Yeah. Real estate agent.
No, like I work for a management company.
That could be also stressing sometimes.
Yeah, very all the time, all the time. You always have problems.
Yeah.
And then my husband does catering business, so that's really hard too.
Yeah.
So we're both stressed,
You
you
have
know?
to be on timing. It's all about to be timing.
Yeah.
We go show Klein apartment and the super not there, the keys is not there and nothing.
Exactly.
All
Or
this.
now it's getting colder. We have to make sure the heat's on a good
Yeah.
temperature.
Yeah.
We have to make sure the boiler's
Yeah.
working, the oil's ordered.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
there's
amazing
a
you have to
leak
think
or-
ahead of the game.
yeah, there's always something every hour of
Yeah.
the day. Like,
You know what I do with the situation with the keys? I put lock box, the one with the number, you know those lock
Yeah.
boxes, the big lock. You put the key there. I even put front of my house already because sometimes my wife forgot the keys or lost us. So I told her,
Yeah.
hey, don't call me. I put the lock box outside. Just
Smart.
go out there and get the keys from there.
That's
I even
good.
put some money or credit card.
That's
It's
smart.
Really,
I'm
save
gonna
us-
do that.
Save us a lot of time. So really, it's like showing apartment, You don't even have to go there. I mean, if you trust the customer.
Oh yeah, I don't go there.
So put the lockbox with the code. Tell the client the code. He can see it himself because the super never there, and
Yeah.
they always, and they make faces. They
So
always
me-
want you to give them some money.
Yeah, like we'll either use a broker or there's a woman in my office. She goes there.
Yeah.
Me,
But-
I deal with more of like the leases.
Yeah, but
the
do the lockbox.
yeah,
It's
that's
good.
smart. Like me, I deal with the leases and the money and stuff like that.
Yeah, I heard that stuff.
Like pay,
also,
I have to pay everyone.
checking the credit, who's gonna
Yeah,
rent,
that.
who's gonna buy.
She does
Do
that.
you do international too? Or
No,
something?
just mostly Washington Heights.
National High, no?
Yeah, but like also, if I don't do payroll, I have to do it on time. I have to go in to sign it.
Yeah.
If I don't do that, then the people don't have money. You know what I mean? That work for the company.
Yeah.
So everyone's relying on
You have to be on time.
So it's stressful. It's not. Hi, Star.
Hi,
Star,
bye.
Star.
The first year stuff, we had the baby first year stuff because they cry middle of the
Yeah,
night.
for sure. I
So
feel
it's
like girls
next-
are more calm than boys.
You know, each one has their own personality.
Yeah,
So it's gonna be next lucky.
yeah.
You see, look at Big Suka. I mean, they always
Yeah.
have this tent, but
Very cute.
I think they're gonna have Suka too. So.
Yeah, a lot of the shuls have the What, sweetheart? Okay. We're almost there.
So I can stop on the right. You have a stroller
right
if
here
you
on
have
the
to
right.
go
Good.
somewhere.
Okay, just come ahead.
Thank you. It's nice
Thank
to
you
talk to
so
you.
much.
Hopefully you find
Yeah,
Nani,
thank you.
know,
You're so sweet.
okay,
Thank you
hopefully
for
find-
everything. Here's your phone.
Hopefully maybe.
Here's your bubble.
Oh, you don't
Yeah,
forget.
Thank
yeah.
you. Okay, come
Welcome to the club.
Yeah, thank you. You're
All you
so
need is
sweet.
love and patience.
Thank you. You don't want your passy? No problem. You don't need your passy anymore. You're a big boy, and we don't need passy. Yeah. Big boys don't need pacifiers, right? Yeah, now they make really small strollers. But I don't know if it's... Is your daughter... Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Enter your pickup at 229 A79 Street.
Jackie, yeah?
Yes.
Teardrop is at 150 W&F.
Okay. Welcome back. A lot of construction here, huh?
Yes.
What they digging? They looking for gold or oil? Always looking for something.
Yep, always.
Professor at UT San Antonio, he said if hackers get access to internal computer systems, that's when it's time to worry. Officials say flights weren't affected, but main airports in Atlanta, LA, New York, and Chicago all reported partial or full shutdowns of their sites. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis being sued over records involving 2 charter flights that brought migrants to Martha's Vineyard.
We take what's happening at the southern border very seriously, unlike some, and unlike the President of the United States, who has refused to lift a finger to secure that border.
A government watchdog group in Florida filed a lawsuit Monday. It's aimed to force the Republican governor's administration to release records about those flights. The Florida Center for Government Accountability wants a judge to order the administration to turn over phone and text logs. This involves records exchanged with the company that set up the flight and copies of the waivers signed by the migrants. The lawsuit alleges DeSantis' office has failed to produce several public records about the state's quote relocation program. New NYPD crime stats are out for the week ending October 9th. Year-over-year crime is down. Murders and shootings are down an average of 13%. Violent crimes are up over 41%. Grand larcenies up 41.5%. And robberies are up 35.5%. Jackson Pearl, traffic and transit is next. Remember, the news never stops at WABCRadio.com. Up next, the Greg Kelly Show. Eastbound Southern State approaching Eagle Avenue exit 18. An accident still in the right lane. You've got stop-and-go traffic from Franklin Avenue exit 16 and eastbound Southern State between Belmore Road, Montauk Parkway, Washington. I'm Jacqueline Pearl with your traffic update on 77 WABC.
The Greg Kelly Show. All right, it's me. Hey, you know, it was great having the day off yesterday, Columbus Day. I had a bit of a cold, my voice was totally shot, and actually right now it sounds pretty good. I wish you could keep it this way. Yeah, I kind of like this. Hello, you're listening to WABC in the evening. It was that guy who was on WPTU, Roxbury. This is Roxbury. Your love train starts now. I can't get used to it. I love this voice. Columbus Day was the day that by the way. WABC put out a great slogan, the Columbus Day Parade. Happy Columbus Day to everybody, belatedly. And we learned about first Columbus yesterday. Boy. I actually didn't know this. Did you know that Columbus Day became a holiday after there was a horrible attack on a group of Italian Americans? They were lynched. About 11 of them were lynched, and President Harrison signed legislation to atone for this, to make up for this. It was such a horrible thing. We wanted to celebrate Italians. We don't want to persecute them, so it came about after this horrible lynching of Italian people in America. And Columbus Day, now they're trying to re-engineer Columbus Day, re-engineer everything, give it up. All right, well, I think you might just have to give it up. It's 4 weeks from today, folks. This is serious. But to me, it feels even more serious than the presidential election. It really does. It really does. Look, I'm MAGA, I'm pro-Trump, I'm all that stuff, but I have friends on the other side, and they weren't crazy. They just weren't crazy people when they voted for Joe Biden. Yeah, I disagree with him. I can make the case, whatever, but nope. They didn't like Trump. They voted the other way. Now that we've gotten a taste of the left for 2 years, if you're not crazy, how can you not be voting for Republicans right now, huh? So don't give me that crap about abortion. Just save it, all right? Seriously. You're being lied to. You're being lied to by Kathy Hochul and Joe Biden if they're trying to scare you. That's the big issue. That's your issue. Day in and day out, how much thinking do you give to abortion? Really? Is it number 1, number 2, number 3? Give me a break. Every day you buy something, every day you know something outrageously expensive. Anybody who fills up a gas tank, anybody who wants security, anybody who wants to walk around their neighborhood at night, not just, okay, New York, you live in the city, and it has a long-term history of, okay, well, what do you think it happened in New York? But in the suburbs, there in
you.
אלי אצלך, לא עונה לטלפונים.
מה המצב?
שמעתי, בנית את הסוכה הכי גדולה בעיר.
וואי די.
וואי. כמה לולבים.
אף אחד לא נמצא בסוכה בכלל.
לולבים, אתרוגים, היא.
תבקש מהם דולר, ירביצו לך.
כן. האנשים של חב"ד הם נוסעים עם משאיות בעיר, עם סוכות על המשאיות. ראיתי אחד שהתחפש לסוכה, מרגיש, מצחיק.
כן, יש לי סוכה לאוטו.
מה זה המוזיקה? מה זה המוזיקה הזאת?
זה עבודה על הקו.
אתה בנת.
פלשו לי לאתר, יש לי נכנסתי לאתר, עשו לי את כל האתר.
איזה אתר? של המכוניות וזה?
כן.
אולי הרוסים?
איכשהו סידרתי קצת, אבל לא פשוט.
נראה לך שזה מתחרים או מישהו?
Hello, sir. Hello. It's gas.
It's gas, okay, and what's wrong with it?
The power steering went out.
Okay, I can do it for you for 1 hour ETA, $1,250.
And what is your GOA rate?
50%.
I'm sorry, what is the GOA rate?
50%.
50%, okay. And did you want to leave an email address or a fax number?
Yeah, my email is California@gmail.com.
Is California spelled out?
Yeah.
And your name is?
Miguel.
Okay, Miguel, if they approve this, you'll receive the information.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
תסביר את עצמך, מה זה פלשו לך לאתר?
גם לחבר שלי זה קרה, נכנסים לאתר, ואפילו לא יכול ללכת לסטינג, לסדר.
אז אולי זה וירוס פשוט, אולי זה וירוס. תקנה לך נורטון אנטי-ויירוס, יהיה לך גם הגנה מזה.
רוצה איזה מתחרה, יש לי מישהו שמקנה.
כן, לא, אבל בכל מקרה תתקין לך את הנורטון אנטי-ויירוס, יש להם שם הגנה מההאקרים.
נכנסו לווירוס, וירוס אתה יכול להיכנס, לסדר דברים. ונכנסו לאתר, ומחקו את הכל.
נבל אותה, יש לך בקאפ? תעשה בקאפ, טוב. לוקח הרבה זמן. שלשום מרים אומרת, המאוס קופץ לה לצד ימין, שמאל, לא זז לה המחשב איתי. התקנתי, יש לי כל הזמן את הנורטון אנטי-ויירוס, הכל עובד יופי עכשיו. משלם לשנה, אתה יודע, $100. אני אשלח לך העתק, יש לי עד 5 יוזר חינם. אני אשלח לך לינק, אתה יכול להתקין את זה גם חינם אצלך. אשלח לך לינק. אני אגיד לך את האמת, אתה עובד עם המחשב הרבה, אני כמעט לא נגע, לא בלפטופ ולא בטלוויזיה. הטלוויזיה כבר חודשיים סגורה, לא נגענו.
אתה איש
אתה יודע, יוטיוב, טיק טוק, פייסבוק, אבל בגלל העבודה שלי נהיגה, אז אני גם בזה לא נוגע.
זהו, אולי אני חנה, אני איך לאובר קצת. שופר, you ready?
לנור עושה בעיות באסטוריה.
תשמעו להם לאוקראינים, רוצים שאני אקח את זה משפחה. אמרתי להם,
כן, אולי תאמץ לך איזה אוקראינית.
אמרתי להם, אומרים לי, נביא לך איזה משפחה, הבעל, אישה וילדים. אבל כל הבעלים נמצאים
במלחמה.
מה אתם שומעים לי? הבן שברח? הוא משתלט?
בדיוק כך. נגיד להם שישלחו רק את האישה לבד.
סליחו את האישה, מה אתם שלכם מראש? אני מביא לדירה, אני מסיים אותם.
באמת משפחה אחת באנגליה ימצא בחורה. משפחה באנגליה עם ילדים ימצא בחורה אחת צעירה אוקראינית, למחרת הבעל ברח עם הבחורה.
מה היה הזמן?
המשפחה ימצא אוקראינית, משפחה עם ילדים, למחרת הבעל לקח את הבחורה ברח מהבית. הבעל. כן. האישה אומרת, עשיתי טעות לאמץ אוקראינית.
אני חשבתי עם איזה חברה של אופרות, בחורות שאוהב הערוץ. שמתו? הנה, look, come let's go in the back one. Come on. Here, I'll show you the whole last one. Yeah.
אלי לא עונה לטלפונים, אולי שוב פעם עבד לו הטלפון. חשבתי שהוא אצלך. שני וחמישי. מראה לי, כל שני חמישי גונבים לו את הטלפון, אולי שוב פעם גנבו לו, לא עונה לטלפון. נראה לי, נחזיר את הדירה בקווינס, רק בלגן עם משפטים, אני לא יכול לבזבז את הזמן שלי. לתת לאלי לטפל בזה. זה מה שהוא צריך, הוא נרדם, הוא צריך לעשות בדיקת דם, לראות איזה ויטמינים הוא צריך. שירשום בגוגל סליפ אייטנה, סליפ אסמה, אני יודע. סליפ פרובלם, daytime sleep.
לא סליפ אפניה, יש לו הפוך, יש לו סליפ too much. סליפ אפניה זה שלא יכולים לישון.
אז מה ההפך מזה, לא יודע. סליפ, משהו שנרדם ברחוב, הוא יושב בכל מקום נרדם. יוסי מצחיק, אומר רק שלא יגנבו אותו ביחד.
שיפסיק עוד הפעם לא מדבר איתי.
ראיתי בחורה כמו יוסי, היא שמה רגל כזאת יותר. והיא לא מבליטה את זה, היא לא לובשת מכנסיים ככה ארוכות, דווקא מבליטה, היא מבליטות את זה, לא בסדר, לא מפריע לה.
נוסעת?
לא נוסעת, בחורה אחת. היא הייתה כיסא גלגלים. יש לה מכנסיים ארוכות, אבל זה של הרגל תותבת היא גזרה כזה חצי, שיראו שיש לה רגל תותבת. חג שמח. פרנסה פרנסה. כל טוב.
Head to your pickup at 150W 56th Street.
Please. Yeah.
Head to your drop off at 802nd Avenue.
I do.
If there is such a thing. But he was the son of
42nd
John
and
Cleveland, one of the most influential, high-ranking members of the mafia in the entire country. What is it like growing up, having a father who is not just in the mob, but whose life seems so defined by being a leader? He was a John Gotti of his day in terms of media attention and limelight and all of that. As a result of that, I wasn't sure otherwise. And he was a good father, a good husband to my mother, and I was so
Make a left turn on Avenue of the Americas.
Hi, this is Judith. Hi, this is Mackenzie Carroll. You tried calling me this morning. We were supposed to talk at 11:30. Yep. I actually am going into a 2 o'clock. So if you call me and I'm busy, we'll reschedule. But I apologize for missing your call. We'll talk about it. I got some insight for the Matt, the other guy. They're looking at, and I don't know exactly what the scope is on the apartments that he told you about, but he said in general they're seeing around 2,000. It would be a really good deal per point to 23, 24 per point. Okay. Yeah. I just talked with this guy a couple of minutes ago here. He's like, yeah, 2,000 would be really good a point. 2,500. So, all good though. Get in, creep it up slowly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yep, tomorrow 6 p.m. Good to go. All right, be good. Thanks. Bye.
pull aside here and you walk across because
Yep, that's
there's
fine.
no way to stop there. There's too many shenanigans. Good luck. You have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Choose
You
me.
as well.
independent-minded Democrat to join me in leaving the Democratic Party. If you can no longer stomach the direction that the so-called woke Democratic Party ideologues are taking our country, I invite you to join me.
All right, that's great. You know what? She would be good. And a lot better as far as, women that Trump may or may not consider. That Nikki Haley, who's about as conventional as they come. Bob, that's a great thought, and I think it could happen. Thanks for giving me the idea, okay? Very quickly. Clarity versus disorganization. Yeah, clarity versus disorganization. Everybody goes. Hey guys, this is Keenan Thomas. I have a problem with that. Yes, you. None of y'all told me that Auto Trader has millions of new and used cars that I can shop from home. I thought we were friends. I put that miles on your thing. But I'm not happy. No one told me that with Auto Trader, a dealer can deliver cars to my home, or that I can shop by price on Auto Trader. No one. Consider this friendship that you just learned we had officially over. Finally, it is Auto Trader.
I've always gotten tons of UTIs. Cranberry products never worked for me, and I was desperate for a way to be proactive. I'm Jenna Ryan, CEO and founder of Euphora. We've worked with doctors to develop effective urinary tract health products, just like the package of with water and drink it with human water. Like that effort intimacy, Euphora is helping over 100,000 women stay healthy. Ready to join them? Get 30% off at euphora.com/radio. That's euphora.com/radio. That's the sound of a freshman feeling found at a home inspection. It was a real tool by your side, and you found leak might only cause minor work. With their expertise, a realtor can suggest a credit for closing and even connect you to a contractor to help you shore up that leak and alleviate your worries. When it comes to cracks in the plan, the expertise of a realtor can make all the difference. The difference between an agent and a realtor is real. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
Get fit for fall with NJ Diet. See how it works. NJ Diet uses technology that consists of hair and saliva sampling to customize a personal weight loss program just for you. They contractually guarantee that you will shed 20 to 40 plus pounds in only 40 days. NJ Diet is a hormone detoxification system that evaluates and targets each individual person's needs. Then NJ Diet utilizes DNA testing to create your personal diet plan and workout regimen so you can keep the weight off. NJ Diet is all natural. There are no shots, no hormones, no pre-packaged food, no surgery. Locations around New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. Work from home with live online video consultations. Call
discrimination. All right? Now, it's grammatically it's wrong. All right? You're woke. You're awake. You're aware. You're woke. Nobody really would talk like that normally, but it's slang. You're woke. And so that you see everything through a racial lens. And according to the wokesters and the critical race theorists, everything is racist. Everything. The bakery is racist for some reason. All right? Your doctor is racist. Everything's racist. Everything. And, of course, we know better. We know much better. I told you earlier about how Barack Obama, he made it through systemic racism to become the president of the United States, huh? The whole system was designed to keep Barack Obama down. No, it was designed to promote Barack Obama. Quite frankly, ahead of his more qualified, often white peers. It's true. What the hell did he do in the Senate for 2 years? He gets there in 2005. He starts campaigning for the Senate in early 2007. What the hell did he accomplish? You know, everybody is, they love to nitpick Donald Trump, everything. I'm reading this new, silly, gossip-filled book by Maggie Haberman of the New York Times. Con man about Donald Trump. Calls him a con man, right on the cover. Con man. I guess they dress it up and call him a confidence man. Donald Trump is a con man. There are mistakes in this book, left and right. One of the big problems here is that Donald Trump is not really successful. Compared to the left, actually, he's not really successful. He's a billionaire, but he's not, he's got $4 billion, he doesn't have $50 billion. But you know what? $4 billion is good enough for me. We're impressed. All right? Call us silly, but whatever. We are impressed by Donald Trump. I'm impressed with anybody who can build a building. You ever try installing a bathroom in your house? Try installing 1,500. Someone's got to make that happen. And he did, and he does. And it's incredible. It really is. What did Barack Obama do between 2005 and 2007? How does his record hold up, say, against a real titan of the Senate? An LBJ, what else is there? There's like George McGovern. No, we don't have any titans of the Senate anymore. But you know what I mean. 2 years, he was a junior senator from Illinois. Nobody cared. The whole system was rigged to promote him because he was black. Yes, because he was black. Hey, look. Secretary of the Army, a woman who never served in the Army. Her name is Christine, at 22.
We get criticized, frankly, sometimes for being woke. I'm not sure what woke means. I think woke means a lot of different things to different people. But first of all, I would say if woke means, we are not focused on war fighting, we are not focused on readiness, that doesn't reflect what I see at installations all around the country or overseas when I go and visit. But I think, we do have a wide range of soldiers in our Army, and we've got to make them all feel included. And that's why a lot of our diversity, equity, and inclusion programs are important.
Yeah, we're not woke, we're just woke. We're not woke, we're just obsessed with diversity, equity, and inclusion. As I fly around on a government jet on useless tours. Give me a moment. Every day, many veterans deal with post-traumatic stress following years of proudly serving our country. Veteran Services USA is committed to supporting all of those in the veteran community who are dealing with post-traumatic stress. You can support our veterans as they cope with these issues by becoming a VSUSA member. You will receive access to hundreds of benefits through our retail partners. Membership is free when you sign up at vsusa.org. Get started and be rewarded with discounts of up to 85% off prescription drugs from major pharmacies and so much more. Join the VSUSA movement by visiting vsusa.org and make a difference for the millions of veterans on the path to improve their everyday lives. VSUSA is a non-profit organization. This is definitely something that I will sign up for and become a member. I hope you will join our fight to assist veterans on their journey coping with post-traumatic stress. Visit vsusa.org. That's vsusa.org. WABC Radio is proud to celebrate 100 years. From October 1st, 1921, to music radio to talk radio's crown jewel, worldwide and beyond. And WLIR-FM Hampton Bays. From our
around the world to around the block. This is a WABC Afternoon News Brief.
77 WABC News Time, sponsored by Pullable Watches. It's 2 o'clock. It's 67 degrees and sunny. Good afternoon. I'm Jacqueline Carl. Prosecutors asked for the death penalty in a mass school shooting. Closing arguments underway in the sentencing trial for Parkland, Florida school shooter Nicholas Cruz. He pleaded guilty to killing 17 students and staff and wounding 17 others at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in 2018. The jury will be sequestered to begin deliberations after closing arguments. Now, they must be unanimous in order to sentence Cruz to die. Authorities in Maryland are dropping murder charges against Adnan Syed. This for the 1999 killing of his former girlfriend, Hainan Lee. His case first caught public attention after it was featured on the true crime podcast Serial. This comes just weeks after his murder conviction was overturned because of evidence withheld by trial prosecutors that could have shown the crime was committed by someone else. Former Democratic presidential candidate Tulsi Gabbard of Hawaii announced she's leaving the Democratic Party. Taking to Twitter, Gabbard denounced the party's, quote, cowardly wokeness and for stoking anti-white racism. Here's reaction from retired Congressman Peter King on the Bernie and Sid in the Morning show.
This is a big loss for the Democrats. Tulsi is she's a commanding presence.
Gabbard of Hawaii retired from the House of Representatives in 2021. And the G7 holding an emergency meeting by video conference with Ukrainian President Zelensky today. This as Russia continues unrelenting missile strike against Ukraine in retaliation for cutting off a key supply route. For more on this, go to WABCRadio.com. The disruption of multiple airport websites being blamed on a group of Russian hackers. Experts say this is likely just the start as the invasion of Ukraine becomes more desperate. Max Kilger is a cybersecurity professor at UT San Antonio. He said if hackers get access to the internal computer systems, that's when it's time to worry. Officials said flights weren't affected, but main airports in Atlanta, LA, New York, and Chicago all reported partial or full shutdowns of their sites. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis being sued over records involving 2 charter flights that brought migrants to Martha's Vineyard.
We take what's happening at the southern border very seriously, unlike some, and unlike the President of the United States, who has refused to lift a finger to secure that border.
That was DeSantis. The government watchdog group in Florida filed a lawsuit Monday. Its aim to force the Republican governor's administration to release records about those flights. The Florida Center for Government Accountability wants a judge to order the administration to turn over phone and text logs. This as well as records exchanged with the company that set up the flights and copies of the waivers signed by the migrants. The lawsuit alleges DeSantis' office failed to produce several public records about the state's, quote, relocation program. New NYPD crime stats out for the week ending October 9th. Year-over-year crime up just over 31%. While murders and shootings are down an average of 13%, transit crimes are up just over 41%, grand larcenies are up 41.5%, and robberies are up 35.5% year-over-year. New York City's banning permit-approved guns in Times Square.
Those who visit the city, such as Times Square, won't have to be paralyzed with the fear of knowing that someone is carrying a gun in this area.
Mayor Adams signed a bill to set boundaries in Times Square area where concealed carry permit holders aren't allowed to bring weapons. This after the state designated certain areas like Times Square as sensitive zones where guns wouldn't be allowed. But state law allowing the city to ban guns in Times Square is being challenged in court. City officials say the law is allowed to be enforced while the court case plays out. The mayor also signed another bill that helps track illegal gun trafficking information. On this day in 1968, Apollo 7, the first manned Apollo mission, is launched. The crew of Apollo 7 conducted an 11-day orbit of Earth, during which the crew transmitted the first live television broadcast from orbit. Here's your 77 WABC Sports Report with Mike Dino, live from the sports desk.
The wait is over. The Yankees officially start their trek towards World Series number 28 tonight versus the Cleveland Guardians. First pitch set for 7:37 in the Bronx. It's Garrett Cole getting the rock. The Bombers, Cal Quantrill for Cleveland. Notably, Aroldis Chapman, coach's decision, and DJ LeMahieu's toe injury have been left off the postseason roster for the Yanks. Despite an up-and-down regular season, Vegas is still projecting the Yankees to win this series. They are 200 to advance. Remember, this is a best of 5. Let's take a live look in game 1 of the MLB Divisional Round Series. Phillies and Braves underway, and the Phillies up early on Atlanta, 4-1 in the 3rd inning. Stay tuned for updates on that one. I'm Mike Dedino, 77W. ABC Sports.
Thanks, Mike. Your forecast, the Ramsey Mazda Weather Center. Sunny today, high near 70. Tonight, mostly clear, low around 54. And Wednesday, mostly sunny, high near 70. 77 WABC News Time, sponsored by Fullable Watches. It's 2:05. Discover finely crafted timepieces available at Macy's. It's 67 degrees and sunny. I'm Jacqueline Coral. Traffic and transit is next. Remember, the news never stops at WABCRadio.com. Keep it here on 77 WABC for more of the Greg Kelly Show.
WABC Traffic and Transit.
Got an accident northbound cross Bronx at Jerome Avenue exit 2A. One lane is blocked. Stop traffic from the GWD under the apartments. I'm Jacqueline Collins, 77 WABC.
The Greg Kelly Show.
I am vaccinated. Every now and then somebody gets on my case for being vaccinated. They'll say on social media, watch out for Greg Kelly, he's vaccinated. I've always been, I got the vaccine. And what the hell? What gives? That's my business. I mean, I'm sharing it with you right now, but that was my choice. Primarily my wife's, but I did it, whatever. I don't advise anybody to do anything when it comes to that stuff. I really don't. I just don't know enough about vaccines, and I just am not going to do it. I can totally understand somebody's reluctance when it comes to the vaccine. I mean, let's face it, they rushed it through. I'm not complaining, but it went really fast. And to put something in your body that is, not been thoroughly tested or as tested as other medications, I can totally see. So, look, I wasn't gung-ho about it. I wasn't. If my wife wasn't so insistent on it, I probably would have blown it off. But I got it, and that's my business. I've not been pushing it on anybody. Every now and then I'll meet somebody, actually not more than every now and then, I can see television stuff that they didn't want to take the vaccine. They had their reasons. I mean, one of them smokes, which I thought was kind of ridiculous. You smoke cigarettes, that your body's a temple.
COVID test.
But how many thousands of chemicals are you taking in every puff? But whatever, his business. But this is pretty wild. There is a Florida physician, very well credentialed. He is the Surgeon General of Florida. His name is Joseph Ladapo. Joseph Ladapo. And what he says about the vaccine is basically that if you're a young man, say 18 to 39, don't get it. And these are the official guidelines in the state of Florida. Is that right? Listen to this guy, cut 19.
So I ask people sometimes who are still, hemming and hawing about this, if this vaccine, if it had been known 2 years ago or so that this vaccine would increase cardiac deaths in young men by 84%, would they have approved it? The obvious answer is no. You would never give something to someone who was young and healthy and increase their risk of dying from sudden cardiac death by 84%. But people are often, their response is, well, I don't know, COVID's pretty bad. Yes, COVID can be terrible, but we don't give people medications that kill them.
Wow. All right, now let's check his credentials, shall we? Joseph Ladapo is an American physician who is the Surgeon General of Florida. After immigrating to the United States from Nigeria at age 5, he attended Wake Forest University, good school, and earned an MD and PhD in health policy from Harvard University. All right, that sounds pretty substantial to me. And now 18 of... Now, granted, there's a very low number of cardiac events in people that age, but it does happen. And increasing it 84%, I think this, now, experimentation purposes, what happens if I tweet this? What happens if I tweet this? Am I further shadow banned than I already am? Right? Because every now and then I say things like, you know what, the damn election in Wisconsin and Pennsylvania were illegal. Absolutely. They broke the law. There are 2 ways to vote in Pennsylvania, according to its own constitution. and they blew it off. They said you can vote in any way of 100 different ways. You can stay home and vote. You can be here and vote. You don't need an excuse. You can go anywhere and vote. They took advantage of COVID. They really did. Somebody else. You know, it's funny. The do we want to go into the election? We got to focus on the next election, November. But we got to get you know who the hell out. Well, you know who. First, let's start with Kathy Hochul. All right, she's got to go. And if you're in Ohio, I hope you're going to vote for J.D. Vance. Man, oh man, no contest. Now, I did not see the debate. I hear that. You know, how is this? I didn't realize this. That Tim Ryan has been in Congress for 20 years. Won't appear with. And I'm also pulling, of course, for Dr. Oz, for Herschel Walker. Let's see, who else do I like? I like Carrie Lake in Arizona, running for governor. I like Adam Laxalt, who I met right in this room. Great guy. Republican, looks like he's going to... Look, they're going to take back the state. They're going to take... so much. We've been pummeled with fake news. Everybody's excited to talk about Tulsi Gabbard. What's the big deal? Vic in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, hi, Greg. The one thing you got to keep in mind is she's pro-abortion. She's been out there screaming about abortion. She never could be a running mate to any Republican.
Well, now that abortion has been turned back over to the states, and don't forget that, it's now a state issue. And the Supreme Court ruled that it's back to the states where it belongs. Okay? The states. Hawaii will always have abortion. So will New York. All right? You know, there are other issues going on in the world other than abortion. So now at this point, if it's really truly a state issue, which it is, and I hope it remains so, there might be room for her. I wonder if she believes in any restrictions whatsoever. Because I know some Democrats and Republicans who agree on the 15-week restriction. Is she one of these must be able to have an abortion up until 2 minutes before birth? Probably not. Is she, Vic? Do you know?
Honest, I don't know, but...
All right, Vic. Well, keep that in mind. We got to keep that in mind, all right? There are Democrats who have opinions that are, believe it or not, even more... There are some pro-choice Republicans out there. So, don't write her off yet. Sandra in New Jersey, also Tulsi. Wow, she's hot. What's up?
Yes, first of all, I have to tell you, I missed you so much yesterday. I was home doing my floors over, and I'm in my bedroom there, and you weren't even on. Where were you?
I was legitimately ill. You hear my voice. I had a cold.
Yes.
But it was great timing. It was great timing. I mean, Columbus Day, nobody was really at work anyway. So it was great timing. So what's going on?
Well, I just wanted to say two things. One about Sid and Bernie, my mom. You remember my mom. She used to call there all the time, be from Brooklyn, and Sid and Bernie were always so gracious to my mother, and I want you to know, as everyone, I feel sad too. And then the last thing I wanted to say was, Tulsi Gabbard, I can't get enough of her. I love to listen to her. I love to watch. I love to see her. She's so everything. If she became a running mate with Donald Trump, oh my God, that's my opinion.
You know, you're right. There is something kind of hypnotic about her, actually. And there's something mesmerizing about her. I mean, you just listen to this one more time, just a couple of seconds. 23.
I can no longer remain in today's Democratic Party that's under the complete control of an elitist cabal of warmongers who are driven by cowardly wokeness.
Now, look, number one, she sounds great. She looks even better. There's only one thing I don't like in that. I don't like the phrase warmonger. It sounds very cartoonish. It sounds very from the 1970s, warmongers. There's something, I feel like the phraseology is a little bit awkward. But man, she could be, she is a superstar. Well, thank you. All right, listen, I got to get all these Tulsi calls out of the way. And then thank you, Sandra. All the best, okay?
Thank you.
You bet. Al, Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Hey, Greg, good afternoon. Good to hear your voice, however bad it might be for you. But anyhow, on the Tulsi thing, isn't she's a representative for District 2 in Hawaii. Now, when she vacates the Democrat Party, does she cause them to have to have an election?
No.
Or does she become an independent, like a Bernie, only in that?
I mean, it has no bearing on her term. She serves, you know, there's no real bearing as far as, however, you do raise a good point. What the hell happens on the ballot? What the hell happens on the ballot? She left the Democrat Party. This is very close to election. It's 2022, so she's up for re-election. What does that mean when they vote for her? Generally speaking, they leave your name on the ballot if anything happens this close and it's still a Democrat. You know, she's still going to get re-elected. That's an interesting question. I don't think there's enough time to change it before they're not going to put her up there as an independent, and they're not going to be able to field the Democrat by. Maybe they would try. I don't know, but there's no special election because the election is in basically 4 weeks. Am I right? Do me a favor, check me on all that stuff. Thanks, Al. It's a good point. But not get me wrong. What do we care? Who's the congresswoman man from Hawaii? She's gonna get reelected. Hey, in the meantime, our own Cindy Adams. I tried to convince her about Eric Adams way long time ago. She wouldn't have it. She thought Eric Adams had something special for her. I said he's a bum. He's an empty-headed clone. That's what he is. Now Cindy has come around. Cut 27.
He's dumb, he's stupid, he only wants to be on television. You are so smart, John. If you're sitting here with this dumbass mayor, why can't you tell him something? Why can't you explain to him how to get something? It's not just because the Albany overrules New York City. He doesn't know how to make deals.
Was Eric Adams right there? Is he right there? Sometimes he comes on with John. Oh man, did she really say this? Cut 28.
Finally. Cindy, I understand you got some hot stories from New Yorkers.
Well, what I have is peeing on the mayor. That's what I choose to do. I want to pee on the mayor.
Wow, a golden shower.
Oh, stop. All right, she didn't have to say that. All right. She's disgusting with the mayor, like a lot of us are. And it's a long time we've had left. 3 years and 3 months, is it? 3 months. I gotta tell you, I'd love to run against him. I'm taking a good look at it. Gotta get some brainiacs together, sit around a table, crunch the numbers, look at it. And I don't care, quite frankly, what the numbers say in the end. And there'll always be a reason to not do something. Always be 100 reasons to not do something. But the one reason to do it, let's see, got 3. I love my country, I love my city, and I love my family. How does that feel, huh? I think that's sufficient motivation to get us to do this. I also love my paycheck, too. I don't know if that is. All right, give me a moment, I'll be right back. Red Jelly.
If you put it on the grill, cook it in the sauce, it's definitely a good grilled spicy sandwich.
Hey, I'm Michelle, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Spicy Deluxe is it's spicy and it's full of flavor. When you pair that with the kale crunch salad, it's just good.
Order a grilled spicy deluxe sandwich on the Chick-fil-A app today. Available for a limited time. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Use the left 2 lanes to turn left on 12th Avenue.
Excuse me, did you just say Wendy's new French toast sticks are better than mine?
nation's leaders together to build new friendships and to solve problems. Like in Austria, where generations work side by side to build sustainable housing and community centers. In India, volunteers run a mobile block-in
If you're suffering from knee pain, having difficulty walking, climbing stairs, even basic everyday activities, and you don't want to, or end up in surgery, or become dependent on medication, then use the left 2 lanes to turn left on West 34th Street. Specialize in non-surgical procedures to get you moving and feeling better. No surgery, no harsh medications, no hospitals. Utilizing the NYC Pain MD method, the My Knees Feel Great treatment program uses the latest in precision imaging technology to apply FDA-approved gels, plastic rich plasma, stem cells, or nerve blocks to ease your pain. Forget simple unnecessary procedures. You'll go home with nothing but a 1-inch Band-Aid. Call today, 800-600-KNEE for a no-cost, no-obligation assessment and find out how you can join the My Knees Feel Great revolution. Like so many happy patients, that's 800-600-KNEE.
I always wanted to learn Spanish, but I never thought I'd have the time. Then I discovered Babbel.
Babbel's lessons are fun. They only take like 10 or 15 minutes, and in 3 weeks, let's go. You're speaking another language. Not magic. After 3 weeks, I'm on vacation in Paris. Having a conversation in French.
There's all kinds of ways to learn. Use Babbel's podcasts, or games, or videos. You can even join live classes with a
going crazy about it. I mean, they're embracing it. Love it. They love it because it's by one of their own. Maggie Haberman, The Making of Donald Trump and the Breaking of America. What a grand title, huh? The horrible gossipy book. It's trash. Like so many other books. Just rip it up. I just wrote that. And I wonder, as a book writer by myself, you know, by the way, it's not that. All of the books are sold. Justice for All, Woke Left is Wrong About Law Enforcement comes out in January. You go to Amazon, you can go to wherever the hell you buy your books and pre-order it.
In a quarter of a mile, turn left on West 28th Street.
I like to read books by the fake news as a hobby. I like to count the mistakes they made. And she's made some weird ones right off the bat. Let me go through it. I mean, it's just bad. It's just lazy. Something about it. Where we go here? So, she has a quote in this book. Being close to Trump was like being friends with a hurricane. One longtime friend told me. Being close to Trump was like being friends with a hurricane. One longtime friend told me. So this book came out last week.
In 1,000 feet, turn left.
I recognize that quote, and I know who said it. It was a quote from Richard Leffler, and he said it 6 years ago. And it was in the New York Times. story about Trump and his friends and what he'd like to do in New York. And they got a quote here.
Hello, and thank you for calling 311 in New York City. We're here to help. But if this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. Today, Tuesday, alternate side parking rules are suspended. All other rules, including parking meters, remain in effect. Tomorrow, Wednesday, alternate side parking and parking meter rules are in effect. To continue in English, please press 1. All other callers. For information on vaccines, testing, coronavirus health, monkeypox, food assistance, or the New York State Emergency Rental Assistance Program, please press 1. For assistance with parking tickets, including bus lanes, red light, or speed camera violations, please press 2. To the noise complaint, please press 3. To report trash, recycling, or compost that was not picked up on your collection day, please press 4. For information on how to order, make a correction, or get the status of a birth certificate, please press 5. To speak with the Department of Finance property tax expert about your notice of property value or property taxes, please press 6. All other customers, please remain on the line. Now, please tell me what I can help you with this afternoon. You can say things like, report a noisy neighbor, or my apartment needs repairs. Go ahead.
Customer service operator.
Okay, tell me a little bit more about what you'd like to do. Like, get a birth certificate. Go ahead.
Customer service operator. Okay, let me try to read the sticker. Let me see. He said like I don't have a toilet and I don't have a sink and I don't have hot water or I don't have hot electricity. Something like that. Yeah. Yeah, this is, I think it's a fake because everything is fine. I have everything. I have toilet, I have water, and this is all this stuff they put in the tin is not real. It's not actually. Yeah, sure. Yes. Queens. Astoria, Queens. I'm living there, but the landlord is giving me a hard time. So, you know, we want to do a eviction, but he doesn't want to go by the court. He doesn't go by the law. He bully, you know, like he doing old school tactic.
Turn left on West 28th Street.
I don't talk about that. I want to see why they issued that like it all. I mean, everything is fine. There's no need for that. What?
You've arrived. Destination is on your left.
Yeah. Let me take this in case it gets disconnected. Okay, yes. And then, okay, but you're gonna transfer me, yeah? Yes. No, but I don't need this now. I want to just see about this situation. Yes, sure. Yes. Yes, yes. Okay, yes. No, thank you. Okay, thank you everybody. I'm gonna close the live. I'm gonna do some phone call. Yeah, I'm gonna go pick up baby. I see you tomorrow. Peace and love. Peace.